Some weapons were designed to keep working long after they were no longer seen. At a rock shelter in what is now South Africa, archaeologists examined small stone arrow tips that once seemed unremarkable. Only when chemical tests were applied did the surprise emerge. Embedded in the stone were traces of toxic alkaloids derived from poisonous plants. These were not accidental contaminants. They were residues left behind by weapons designed to kill slowly, long after the arrow struck its target. This is the oldest direct evidence of poisoned hunting weapons ever identified, dating to roughly 60,000 years ago. At that time, hunting with poison required more than strength or aim. It demanded knowledge of plants, of effects, of time. A poisoned arrow did not bring down an animal immediately. It required patience, tracking, and confidence that the chemistry would do its work hours later, unseen. That alone would be remarkable. But it wasn't the end of the story. 7,000 years ago at Kruger Cave, another piece of evidence quietly deepened the mystery. Inside a hollowed animal bone, likely used as a container, researchers found 3 bone arrowheads preserved together. Chemical analysis revealed residues of multiple plant-derived toxins, including compounds that affect the heart. Crucially, these toxins came from different plants, meaning they had been deliberately combined. This was not a single poisonous substance smeared onto a weapon. It was a recipe. Creating such a compound required knowing which plants to select, how to extract their active components, how to combine them without neutralizing their effects, and how to store the mixture so it remained potent. It also required understanding dosage, enough to kill an animal, not the hunter preparing it. None of this happens by accident. What we are seeing here is prehistoric chemistry, practiced thousands of years before agriculture spread across the region. Knowledge that had to be learned, taught, and repeated. Knowledge that worked. And yet, it left no descendants. There are no preserved instructions, no later traditions clearly building on this expertise, no recognizable lineage that carries this chemical understanding forward into early farming societies, metalworking cultures, or recorded medicine. The compounds existed, the skill existed. The people who held it did not leave their names or their methods behind. This is where the mystery sharpens. How does complex chemical knowledge develop so early, operate so effectively, and then disappear without trace? Not fade gradually, not evolve into something recognizable, simply vanish. One possibility is fragility. This knowledge lived in people, not objects. It may have been guarded, restricted, passed orally, or embedded in ritual roles. When groups fractured, migrated, or disappeared, the knowledge went with them. Another possibility is invisibility. The tools of chemistry, wood, fiber, plant matter, rarely survive. Only when residue happens to fossilize do we catch a glimpse of what once existed. But none of this explains the scale of the loss. Because this was not improvisation. It was deliberate, cumulative expertise. And it worked well enough to be repeated across tens of thousands of years. By the time metal tools appear in the archaeological record, this chemical tradition is already silent, which leaves us with an unsettling realization. Some of humanity's earliest and most powerful knowledge systems were never meant to leave monuments behind. They left no architecture, no texts, no permanent marks on stone, only effects.